Hi Sam. It's great to see you again. Today, we're going to learn the word
Kollege.
Hi Alex.
Kollege.
What does that mean?
Kollege.
means colleague or coworker in English. It's someone you work with, usually in a professional setting. The most common meaning is definitely colleague, but be careful. In some contexts, it can also mean a fellow student, especially in universities.
Oh, I see. So it's not just for work.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about the grammar.
Kollege.
Is a masculine noun, so we use the article.
Der.
The plural is.
Kollegen.
Just remember, since it's masculine, you might think of a male colleague, but it can refer to both men and women in a professional context.
Got it. So, how do you use it in sentences?
In the present tense, you'd say,
Ich arbeite mit meinem Kollege.
which means I work with my colleague. In the past tense, you can say,
Ich arbeitete mit meinem Kollege.
for the preteritum, and in the perfect, you'd say,
Ich habe mit meinem Kollegen gearbeitet.
That sounds straightforward.
yes, and for imperative forms, you might say,
Sprich mit deinem Kollege.
meaning talk to your colleague.
Where does the word
Kollege.
come from?
That's an interesting question. The word comes from the Latin,
Kollege.
which means one chosen together, referring to someone you share a job or duty with. It evolved into Old High German, where it took on its current form.
Wow, it has a rich history.
It does. It shows how language evolves over time.
Can we break down
Kollege.
into parts?
Sure. The word isn't a compound, so it doesn't have separate pieces like a prefix or suffix. But you can think of it as being built from the Latin roots that mean together and to choose, which reflects its meaning.
That makes sense.
Now, let's look at some similar words. For examples with the same prefix,
Kohl.
we have,
Kollektiv.
which means collective, and,
Kollektieren.
meaning to collect.
Are there more examples?
Yes. With the same suffix,
Ige.
we can find,
Abgeordnete.
meaning representative, and,
Angelegenheit.
meaning matter or issue. And for compounds, there's,
Kollegium.
which refers to a board or faculty.
That's fascinating.
Now, let's practice using
Kollege.
In real life. Imagine you're at work and you want to introduce your colleague. You can say,
Das ist mein Kollege.
which means this is my colleague. Can you try saying that?
Das ist mein Kollege.
Great. Now, imagine you're at a meeting. You might say,
Ich arbeite eng mit meinem Kollegen zusammen.
which means I work closely with my colleague. Can you repeat that?
Ich arbeite eng mit meinem Kollege zusammen.
Almost perfect. It should be.
Meinem Kollegen.
In the dative case, since we're using the preposition.
Mit.
Got it.
Lastly, let's think about using it in a university setting. You could say,
Mein Kollege und ich haben das Projekt gemacht.
meaning my colleague and I did the project. Can you give it a try?
Mein Kollege und ich haben das Projekt gemacht.
Excellent.
Any tips for remembering the gender of?
Kollege.
Since it's masculine, think of a man in a suit at an office. For masculine nouns, they often end in, which can help.
That's a good hint.
It's also important to note that
Kollege.
is more formal. Common phrases include
Mein Kollege hilft mir.
meaning my colleague helps me, or
Ich schätze meinen Kollegen.
which means I appreciate my colleague.
And what about other similar words that might confuse me?
Be careful with
Kollegin.
which specifically refers to a female colleague.
Can you give me some example sentences with?
Kollege.
Sure. For instance,
Mein Kollege ist sehr freundlich.
meaning my colleague is very friendly. Another one could be
Gestern habe ich mit meinem Kollegen gesprochen.
meaning yesterday, I spoke with my colleague.
Nice.
You could also say
Ich habe einen neuen Kollegen.
meaning I have a new colleague, and
Wir haben zusammengearbeitet.
which means we worked together.
This is fun.
Alright, let's do a quick recall check. First question, what does
Kollege.
mean?
It means colleague.
Correct. Second question, what is the plural form of
Kollege.
Kollegen.
right again? Third question, what is the article for
Kollege.
It's
Der.
Great. Fourth question, can you give me a sentence using
Kollege.
in the past tense?
Ich habe mit meinem Kollegen gearbeitet.
Perfect. Last question, what would you say if you want to tell someone to talk to their colleague?
Sprich mit deinem Kollege.
Very close, but remember to say
Deinem Kollegen.
Thanks for the correction.
no problem. To wrap it up, today we learned that
Kollege.
means colleague, it's a masculine noun with the article.
Der.
And its plural is.
Kollegen.
I feel more confident about using it now.
I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, and you'll master it in no time.